He's one of the most exciting and violent men in all of Australian MMA, and he's just come off an impressive short notice of victory overseas. It's John Martin Fraser. We got him here.
Big win at the Aussie MMA Instagram page and give us a bit of glow up, which is we're killing.
Don't forget to check out Australian MMA magazine. That guy is doing the right things too, so let's go.
Welcome to the Australian MMA podcast. My name is Mitch Tinley, and today's guest is the Welshman, John Martin Fraser. If I was you, jump on the YouTube page and look for the subtitles. No, he's great. He's been a real sort of centerpiece of Australian MMA recently. Like a lot of guys come through off the UFC, sort of you follow them from then on. But John Martin Fraser is very similar to his teammate at Team Compton. Team Compton's with David Martinez. Of course, Tom Nolan, Don Mar fan, UFC fighters, they're all there. Team Compton, very good. But David Martinez and John Martin Fraser have like really built the scene regionally. You know, I think both of them collectively have multiple time like divisional champions and different weight classes for Eternal and lost the belt, got it back, lost the belt, got it back. Like it's really, really cool to see, and it gives that narrative of why you should care about the sport, not just as a launching pad to get guys to the next level, but to sort of get behind the actual sport, if you will. And yeah, I think it's really cool. And John Martin Fraser, I think he's 33. Unfortunately, had a few losses at the wrong time, and the UFC just kind of seems that bit out of reach because they're ridiculous when it comes to age. You'll be in the prime of your life, and I don't know, in their heads, it's going to take 3 or 4 years to sort of turn you into a star. So they don't sort of take the gamble and bring you in. It happened to Ben Johnston from when he was the Eternal MMA middleweight champion, absolute stud, probably one of the best fighters going around, and just couldn't get to the next level because they thought he was too old. And I think he was 33 at the time as well. Same with John Martin Fraser, which is unfortunate, but he's recently got a few opportunities at UAE Warriors. He fought at Abu Dhabi a couple of weeks ago, and he's basically had 2 fights back-to-back over the course of a couple of weeks, short notice, which has been pretty cool. If we go back September 10th, he took on Abdul Elwahab Saeed. There you go. It's like the SBS of mixed martial arts here. September 10th on UAE Warriors, he fought, and he probably wasn't, supposed to win that fight, or who knows, but he got the opportunity and he won round 1 by vicious sort of elbows, and that was fun to watch. And then they loved him so much, literally like 5 weeks later, he gets another opportunity. It's just sick. It's sick to see him get that opportunity on a couple of weeks' notice. They knew it was good for it type thing, and he jumped in there against Imamshafi Aliev, who was 10-1, and so probably brought in to be the guy to sort of, John Martin Fraser at the time was 10-5, former Australian champion. So you kind of bring him in, build your guy up, and John Martin Fraser turned it all around and put on a beating on the man. It probably wasn't the world's greatest fight in terms of violence that we're used to John Martin Fraser sort of giving out, which he actually comments on very, very shortly if you stick around. But it's always a good chat. He's a new dad, got a great gym, Oasis, that he's sort of bought. Like I said, trains out of Team Compton as well. Just an absolute stellar bloke. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know I've talked for what feels like forever, but time codes will be below. Just skip to your favourite bit if you want to do so. But a man that you should get behind is definitely John Martin Fraser. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Want to thank, obviously, a lot of our partners, Combat Sports Insurance. If you have an event, gym, or whatever, hit us up and we'll look after your insurance stuff. There you go. Great ad. And, of course, one of our favourite partners, DCA MMA. So looking forward to doing a lot more work with them. Guys, you can see behind me, get the magazines, Australian MMA. Go shop.australianmma.com.au. There's a lot of collectibles and other stuff around as well. So, without further ado, holy shit, I've talked for 4.5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's John Martin Fraser. Mate, are you fighting in Australia anymore or what? Are you just the bloody Middle Easterner now?
Yeah, fuck, I've only had 2 fights, man. 2 fights abroad.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good experience, It's fucking, Yeah, it's cool.
Obviously coming off a good victory, but it wasn't exactly a very John Martin Fraser fight that we sort of come to sort of enjoy. It felt like he wasn't engaging as much, or he had to kind of chase the fight. What was your assessment of the bout?
Well, I don't know if you've seen much of that Imamshafi, but he obviously his wrestling is where his main skills are at. But what is it? The majority of his fights I was looking at, he was working off. He'd either catch people's kicks or capitalize, get a takedown when people are rushing forward. And like I've definitely been guilty of rushing forward in the past. So I just didn't want to give him that opportunity and get a free takedown. So just the plan was just stay patient, put a lot of pressure on him, and just force a bad shot and try and make him pay off that shot. But I felt a little bit off for the striking at the start. Just coming in off short notice. I think like she hadn't had as much pad time. Like I've been doing a fair bit of sparring, but just wasn't as sharp as what I should be. So I think when I was engaging, I was a little bit off. But then once I found my groove, I felt a lot better then.
It sounds like you're blaming yourself for like the lack of action when it was, I would say, clearly on his side.
Yeah, I wouldn't say blame myself, but I think like I said, he only engages when people are rushing forward and making mistakes. So I just try to stay balanced and just not make any mistakes, you know.
At what age did you start going, I'm going to do the game plan and not just do a pub fight?
Not do a fucking pub fight. Last week. Last week, yeah.
Well, it's like, I mentioned it a lot too. Like, Tommy Nolan's mentioned it as well, your teammate in the UFC. Like, you kind of have that one fight that sort of changes everything for you when you start going, I've got to be patient, I've got to be smart about how I go about it. But when you've got the crowd, and especially at Southport Sharks, going, kill him, I feel like you can get sucked into that type thing. But when in your career do you reckon you really started to go, no, it's game plan?
Last week. Yeah, last week. No, I don't know. I think there's a time and a place for it now. I think I fight best when I'm fighting aggressive and all the rest of it. But I think a little bit of a mix of the two is probably a bit better. Isn't it?
You're in a weird spot too now, where you're clearly one of the best in most countries in the world. Age obviously not on your side, but you've still got a lot of hype. Like, do you feel like the UFC is still within reach?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't really know. Like, a part of me thinks that they'd look at me and think that I'm too old. So I've just kind of shifted my goalposts rather than that be the be all and end all. I've just kind of not just put all my focus on that, where I just want to take a big step or make as much money as I can as well. And I'm not saying I'm not fighting in Australia again, because I was hoping to get on Eternal 100, but just stars didn't really align. Obviously, this fight kind of put a span in the works a little bit as well. But yeah, I want to make as much money as I can for my family, and if the UFC ends up being in that picture, then amazing. But if it doesn't, I'm okay with that too. Like, you know.
So obviously the new gym as well with Oasis is part of that whole thing of looking after your family now. Does that mean money will dictate where you fight?
Honestly, like I've said it all the way through, and I wasn't just saying it for the reason, but the belt never really was like a massive thing. It's always been the names to beat. Do you know what I mean? So like, as cool as it is to have a title and all the rest of it, but I think it's about who I'm fighting, I suppose. And yeah, like money is a massive part of it now, especially having my daughter on the scene. So yeah, I don't know if that answers your question.
No, it does. But I mean, obviously the Vendy fight sounds like something you might want again. But other than that, are there any names in Australia that excite you at all, or was that part of the problem?
I wouldn't say it's part of the problem, but obviously, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know.
You're in this weird spot where you're one of the most sort of experienced, and the guys coming up are like 2-0 fighters. Does that come into effect? Like, if you get offered a fight and the guy's 2-1, are you like, oh, he's not experienced enough for me?
Yeah, look, I'd rather I do best, I think, when the cards are against me a little bit. I think like I don't really like the fights where I'm meant to win, and I feel like that's kind of what I had 6 weeks ago with the first fight over in UAE, and as good as it was to get that win, and it was just circumstances ended up being that way. I don't really get the same buzz after the fight beating someone I'm meant to beat. But
Yeah.
if it's like someone that's up and coming, that's knocking everyone out or that's finishing everyone, that'd be amazing, you know. But at the same time, I don't really blame these other guys that are coming up to not want to take a fight with me, especially if I don't have the belt, because it's like it's not much to win for the. Yeah, it's not how I would have done it, but the same kind of goes. I get why I wouldn't be a first pick for people as well.
Yeah, and like, well, I mean, just objectively too. Like, I think unless it's the Vendy fight, I don't necessarily. I mean, I always want to watch you fight. I'd watch you fight just an old lady on the street. That would be fun. But like, there's just something about because I mean, she might beat you, so you know, it's like you never know.
Maybe.
But,
Maybe.
no,
Yeah.
but when it comes to that, it's like I know what you're saying, and I think. UAE Warriors, it seemed like you were brought over to lose in a weird way. Like that's kind of build up their guys.
Yeah, kind of. That's what I would have thought, especially a guy being 2-1, only losing to a close decision. Yeah, definitely kind of seems that way. But yeah, the obviously Darcy Vendy fight would be the most attractive one in Australia. Especially since he beat me the last time and he's been on a tear. That's like the most interesting for me. I don't know how it complicates things with us being in the same management and stuff at the moment. And I don't even know what's happening with Darcy now. Is he going to get the next call up? I don't know. That's definitely the most interesting fight for me in Australia, definitely.
And that's what I feel like. You like I said, you are in a weird spot. But in terms of UAE Warriors, I mean, you've been back twice now. Short notice. I would imagine that they look after you, all right?
Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to just get like a 6-week training camp or something the next time. That'd be amazing. Just to get a proper prep into it. Although I do all right off short notice, it seems as well. So
Yeah. Are you like, oh man, I've wasted all this time doing 10-week fight camps. I should just be doing two.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what have you done differently in these 2-week fight camps? I think people are always quite confused. Like, are you just training every day and you're like, oh, I have a fight? And then or it's like, do you quickly go into fight camp mode or what's the process?
Well, the first one after the Temesi fight, that was a while after that one, but I was not ready for the fight at all, really. When Elliot first messaged me, I was like, oh, fuck, I don't know. It was the first time where usually I'm like, yep, I'll take it, but fuck, I'm really not fit for this one. But then I felt like I had 3 weeks and I really turned it up, and then I felt amazing going into it. This one, I stayed pretty fit anyway because I was getting ready for Eternal 100 anyway. Just heavy, that's all. But then when the weight class was at a higher, when weight class was at 90, obviously I didn't drop my weight anymore. So nothing really changed. I was a week and a half notice, really. I only had a week's training. I just didn't stop training when I was there. Me and Blair were just hitting pads regular. But it's easier to do that when you're not smashing yourself with a massive cut as well.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Do you enjoy now? Like, will we ever see you go back to middleweight, or you enjoying these catchweight, light heavyweight fights?
Nah, I'd rather fight a middleweight. I just move better. I'm a lot better at middleweight, I think. It's nice not to have to cut the weight as much, but I'm definitely sharper when I'm fighting lower.
Now that you're a dad, has it taken I mean, obviously your performances otherwise, but are you wanting to hurt guys as much, or like has it changed how you think about fighting?
No, probably just changed the goalpost for me, that's all. Like it definitely took and that with my age as well, but like and this is just not just fighting any which way I can, it's just put much more money on much more focus on making as much money as I can for my little one. But like I said, that's how the gym came about. The gym was always the plan, but that's how it came to the front of my focus a lot faster. But no, I wouldn't say. It's still I still got the same drive and everything else. I think if anything, it's a little bit more like I had a bit of a moment. I had a bit of a moment leading up to this fight where I was feeling quite flat through the day, just which I do a lot of the time on fight day, but I just started having those thoughts of like, I need to win this fight. You know, this guy's going to be taking food out of my daughter's mouth. That kind of thing came into my head, which really revved me up a lot. It's given me a different kind of motivation.
So you think it's strategic? More fighters should have kids because it will.
Nah, definitely not. No, fucking. Honest to God, right? There's the fucking sleep the last month. And my missus is really, really good. Where she takes the brunt if I got a fight, and obviously with the breastfeeding and stuff, I don't have to get up as much as she does. But like I barely sleep on planes, but I slept for about 10 out of the 14 hours on the way over to Abu Dhabi. I was fucking wrecked.
Loved it. You're like, let's go again. That's why you do it. That's why you're taking these short notice fights. It's just for sleep.
Yeah, just get a bit extra kip, like, yeah.
How's the gym going? Oasis, obviously, social media game is on fire. That can't be you.
Nah, yeah, it is. Nah, it's not. No, Geordie's missus, she's running the social media. She does it as a job, and she's doing a fucking awesome job, I think. Yeah, the gym's doing good, man. I'm enjoying it. Like, you know, it's good having Doyley and Geordie working with, because originally when I first come up with the thought of it, I was planning on doing it all on my own. I wasn't sure if it was going to work time wise with Doyley, because I was like, last year I was like, it needs to happen this year before Christmas. Like, I needed it done yesterday, you know. And he's like, just not in the same fit at the time, because he couldn't see it happening before Christmas. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to do all this on my own. But luckily those two boys, a couple of things happened. Those two boys ended up coming on board, and it's just taken the load off. You know, I teach X amount where I got enough to train, spend time with the family, and it's just good, man. I feel like, just room full of good people, like-minded people that just want to train and get on with each other. I haven't got any dickheads or anything there. It's just, it's good, man. It's a good mix of people there.
Do you enjoy coaching, and do you think you're going to be a bit more hands-on with coaching fighters?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Like, obviously we're in a new gym. We've got Bailey, who fought the other day, young kid Isaac. He's due to have his first fight in the new year. Two guys that are fighting, having the first MMA fight next month. But like, that's just going to slowly, organically grow, you know. Like, I want to be there for. I want to be a good coach for people, whether they want to fight or not, you know. But definitely, like, see guys like Ben Vickers, you know, like, he started coaching however long ago, and now he's got Jack, welterweight champion of the UFC, you know. Like, who's to say that we can't have that in another 15, 20 years, like, you know. That's kind of where I want to tack the same kind of mentality into coaching as I do fighting, you know.
And do you have an exit plan with fighting?
No idea, man. No idea. I think, I don't know. Like, I'm aware of my age, and I'm aware of I'm at the further end of my career then. So I don't know. But I wouldn't say I got an exit plan. But I'm aware that obviously I'm 33. I can't do this until I'm fucking 50. I don't know when it'll finish up. I think when my body tells me I can't do it anymore, if I stop enjoying it. At the moment, I love it, and it's putting food putting food on the fucking table for my family as well. So like, I got no reason to stop yet, you know?
Yeah. Has it been freeing? I mean, I wouldn't say you've given up on the UFC at all, but like, has it been freeing to sort of not have it sort of contain all of your thoughts and all that sort of stuff?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just, I'm happy where I'm at today, you know? It's like, I'm still open to any opportunities that might pop up. But I'm just not going to be locked in focus, you know?
And what's your favorite thing that you get to do with your daughter?
Just fucking watch her learn, and just the simplest of things. Like, I remember the stage where she learned to grab her own feet, and I'm like, fucking how exciting. And then, like, if someone's telling me this like a year ago, I'd be like, who gives a fuck? But like watching your own daughter learn how to do things, learn how to sit up for the first time, it's just fucking so cool. Just like all of it. This is like around 8 months for me. It was like, As a dad, it's just getting better and better every day. You know, she's so like going away for a week. I was worried, is she going to be like she's going to be a bit standoffish because I've been gone for a week. But I came in and her legs are going, and she's excited as fuck to see me, and it's like it's the best thing ever. Like, you know?
Yeah, you got to do the thing where you shave your beard off and then you see if she recognizes you.
I know, fucking hell.
No, it's cool. And as a dad, I like hearing it as well because you go, but then I know that anyone who doesn't have kids could not give a flying fuck. But when you talk to another dad, you're like, oh my God, it's the best.
I had to say to Blair all the time, I turned to him and I'm like, boy, I know you don't give a fuck about this, but I'll show you anyway. And I'll show him a video while I was away. And he's just like, no, I care about it. And I was like, nah, I know you don't. It's all good though. But I'm going to fucking show you anyway.
That's great. Mate, when do we see you back in the cage next and then what's happening?
New Year, I think. Yeah, New Year. I just got to not be such a fat cunt over Christmas now. And I'll be ready to go in January, February, whenever. Yeah, whenever something next comes up.
All right, mate. Well, if anyone wants to sort of find out more about the gym, it's Oasis Fight Academy, correct? Yep. I mean, that's where you go. And the website and the social media, hit us up.
There's no academics there, though.
Before I let you go, I loved your I'm fighting in Abu Dhabi, fucking figure out the time zone yourself. Just fucking top tier marketing.
Do you know what, right? Just for the sake, hopefully someone watches this, but like, and it fucking means the world, right? People watch me fight and they care. They want to see my fights. But you know, fight week, how many messages I have? There people replying to the posts that I put up with all the information on it, where it is and everything else. And people message me, replying to that fucking post saying, where can I watch you? What time is it on? What time is it on here? I'm like, well, I got to fucking search where you are now compared to this time. So like, why didn't you just do it? But I get it. I appreciate the message. I don't mean to sound like a wanker saying that, and there's no one in particular, because it was honestly about 25 people who did the same thing.
Yeah.
And my brother asked me 3 times in 2 days. It's like, fucking hell. Just have a look at the post you had there.
They'll ask you like fight day, like as if you're on your phone in the back.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's when the day before the fight, and fight day is when I get the most messages.
Yeah. And I made the post of when you're fighting solely for you. There was no other reason. I was like, I'm going to put as many time zones as I can so you can just share it and tell everyone to fuck off.
I appreciate that. Cheers, bye.
All right, mate, I'll let you go. You enjoy dadding. What are your dad responsibilities you've got to do today?
I've done most of them because I'll be going to teach a class at the gym now. And that's me done.
Sit in the car an extra hour so you don't have to do anything else.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Chat next time. Enjoy yourself.
Cheers, bye. Thanks for having me on. Thanks, bye.